Name one thing we underestimate about men. I'll go first.
Men's feelings. You can see it all the time online. There's always some woman online talking about a man needs to make sure her feelings are reassured, how she needs to feel secured, how she needs to feel validated. Me. That's all you fucking hear. You never hear about a woman talking about how a man should feel reassured and validated and secured as well. Because, you know, he's human with human emotions. A lot of y'all are fucking selfish. You don't let that man know it's okay for him to come talk to you. It's okay for him to come vent. It's okay for him to come cry. It's okay. No, because the man is afraid to come and talk to you because he's afraid that you're going to weaponize his feelings and use it against him later. A man has to sit in the car for 15 minutes because sitting in that lonely car is more safer than going home to his wife or girlfriend. But happy wife, happy life, right? Because as long as the woman is happy, that relationship is doing just fine, no matter how that man is feeling. And that, my friend, is fucked up.
What's going on YouTube? Is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. At the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. And I've never been a fan of the term happy wife, happy life, because basically what you're saying is that you are basically what you're saying is that forget about a man's happiness, insanity, whatever the case may be, all for the sake of making a woman happy. And we all know that can be bad for a man, which is why when the woman mentioned that man would rather spend that 15 minutes in the car before coming in the house and dealing with you, that's exactly why. Because he knows any man that has to do that before he comes in the house and deal with you, he already knows that when he comes in the house, everything is about you. You ain't bringing no kind of peace to that man. Now, the term sassy, this is something that women like to use when men are trying to express their feelings or anything that has to do with holding women accountable. And this couple that I'm going to show you, they talked about this as well. And it all comes back to that word accountability, man. I'm going to let them explain it. Check this out.
All right, so this question is really for the ladies, but the men, you can chime in because you know yourself better than us. But ladies, are the men in 2023 far more sensitive? Like, I don't remember men having so many feelings in in the past. They are very opinionated about things. They be feeling some type of way, and y'all are verbal about it. Y'all be throwing little hissy fits and stuff. Like, I don't remember this, and I'm not really feeling it too much.
So what I'm hearing is this is my take on what she's saying, and also some other things that I have heard about men being more sensitive. But ain't this what we asked for? We asked men to talk about their feelings more. We asked them to be more vulnerable. We asked them to tell us more about what's going on with them, what they like, what they don't like. And now that they're doing it, instead of it being received openly, it's being rejected and it's being name called. And now you're in menopause, or you're sassy, or some other derogatory term. I don't understand. Like, what? I feel bad for the men because it almost seems like the goalpost is being moved. You wanted more sensitive men. You wanted men who are more in touch with their emotions. And now that they are, they're getting backlash for it.
I think it kind of just really boils down to some people like some things and some people don't like those things. Because it seems like we got 2 or maybe 3 different types of women and men running around, where you have some of the men, they will share and they have become more emotionally present, and they're able to actually talk about these things or say what they don't like, and express that they don't like a certain type of way a woman is treating them, things that's being said to them. And then you have some women that appreciate that and take it and just be like, like I said in that other video, they take it and be like, you know what, I could be better in this. So why don't I work on myself? Because it sounds like you trying to be whole. So maybe I should, take this and reflect. Like we say all the time, we reflect and, be a little bit better. Then you also have the women, like it seems like this sister she's saying that y'all men out there throwing hissy fits.
But
if
is
your
it a
voice,
hissy fit?
I don't think it's a hissy fit. I mean, some might be throwing hissy fits. I don't know, but I do know a man expressing the things that I just named before. I wouldn't see that as being, overly sensitive, because it sounds like she's trying to say that men are overly sensitive. I think men have been sensitive.
Right. They just kept it bottled up.
Right. And that's when you see men explode and start doing ridiculous stuff, being overly angry and just walking around. It's like, you throw a Mentos into like a bottle of a Pepsi or Coke and it explode. That's kind of like, what men were. But I was sitting here listening to this, just thinking to myself, God, dog, men just they can't be humans. You can't have a whole human experience. You can't use your words to express these things, or you're going to be called, some type of hissy fit haver, or it's a situation to where you're not expressive enough. So you can express, but don't express too much.
Back a little bit.
You being too much like a woman. I don't like that. But
I do think that I do think that there are, I don't want to say limits, but there's a way to go about voicing how you feel and your concerns. And that's on both sides. That's for men and women. But for me, what I have seen, not specifically talking about that video, but what I've seen is women who are literally upset because this man said, hey, I didn't like when you said this to me. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you right now, our boys are being raised like that. He's 5 now. He just had a birthday. Happy birthday to our youngest. He'll come to me real quick and be like, can we talk about how I'm feeling? Because he gets upset real easily. But there's a safe place for them to come and just communicate about how they're feeling, and that's okay. And he does the same thing. I think we've said this before. We have that whole in the spirit of communication is how we start this off. In the spirit of communication, whatever it is. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a couple of things that happens when you allow your man or the man in your life to voice how they're feeling. One, it opens up the lines of communication, because you can't fix something or you can't help walk something out or work something out if you don't know what's going on. So that opens up the line of communications. But the other thing that it does, and I think that this is probably the one that a lot of women are having an issue with, is it makes you be accountable. Mm-hmm. Because if he's coming to me saying that, hey, I didn't like when you talked to me like this, or I didn't like when you did that, or I don't like this, then he's telling you something that he needs you to fix for him. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. Mm-hmm. It's okay for you to fix something for him, right? Depending on what it is. Because if I were to come to you and say, hey, I really don't like it when you talk to the girl at the grocery store like that. You kind of flirting. I don't like that. I expect him to fix that.
Right.
And he's not going to call me emotional over it. He's simply going to fix it. Mm-hmm. He deserves the same reciprocity. If he comes to me and say, hey, the way you kind of kikiing and smiling all up in that grocer's face, I ain't feeling it.
These are just examples.
Right, just examples. I'm going to fix it. I'm not going to do it anymore. And that's okay. It's not him throwing a hissy fit. It's simply him voicing how he feels. Imagine being a person and you being upset about something, angry about something, sad about something, or even happy about something, and just having to keep that in and just be monotone. That's not okay. Moral of the story, let these men express themselves. It's okay.
Perfect.
See, what did I tell you? That's exactly what it is. I'm letting y'all know right now, bro. This is another shaming tactic that women have recently come up with as a way to shut you up from holding them accountable for anything. Why do you think they kept calling Kevin Samuels gay? Why do you think they kept calling Kevin Samuels sassy? Because he was holding women accountable. Now, when he was holding men accountable, when he first started his channel, did you hear women calling him sassy? Did you hear women calling him gay? No, you didn't. But whenever a man is out here holding women accountable, he's called sassy, gay, and whatever ad hominems that they can come up with. Fellas, this is just one of many shaming tactics that they use to try to shut you up. This is just more recent than what you're used to hearing. That's all it is, fellas. All right? So don't let it get to you, and don't let them try to shut you down with it. All right? Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this, man. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification that we all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description, as well as my latest mixtape, Colombian Soul Volume 2. And if you want to purchase any of the merch, spreadshot.com link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.